Hi, hello, and welcome to Quantum Healing Hands Tarot. Today we're joining Fight Club, but truthfully, I want to know how we can fight somebody without violence. So, tarot seemed like the perfect way to settle an argument between somebody and yourself. So, if you already know which pile you want just from looking, go ahead and click the timestamp down below. If you need a little bit more help, let's get into the breathing. All right, I like to take 3 deep breaths. All right, so now that we're nice and relaxed, let's go ahead and look at the piles. So in pile 1, we have the Sea King Joker. In pile 2, we have the Tragic Royalty Joker. And in pile 3, we have the Unicorn Bicycle Deck Joker. So go ahead and pick whichever one you want. I use the technique of closing my eyes and asking my intuition which one to pick, because sometimes I'll be biased over a certain card or color or something like that. And so I close my eyes and ask my intuition which pile to select. And very commonly, I will see a number in my mind's eye, as if I was like staring at a light and closed my eyes and the shape was still there. So that's the technique I use. It's foolproof for me. It's all about finding what technique works for you. So once you figure that out, just go with your instinct. I'll meet you at the pile. Hi, Pile 1. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, have you ever seen the movie Fight Club? In it, they have a club where they fight each other to work through kind of aggression, and basically it's a form of therapy. So, I wanted to know how you can get that out and work through a problem with somebody without actually having to fight them. So, let's go ahead and get started. So, you chose the Sea King. I always do better when I look at the connection to the reading afterwards. So we'll look at that at the end. The first card is for who the person at hand. Who is it that you want to fight? So Temperance. Okay. Temperance is kind of about balancing like opposite energies. And so this is definitely somebody who you are like opposite of. This is somebody who I just hear the word kind of like mirrors you, but in that same way of like they're opposite of you. So I really do think it could be a sibling, because I know in the show Rachel has 2 sisters that come on, and one of them she literally like physically fights with. So that's the energy that's coming through. This could be kind of an ex or somebody like a best friend, that just somebody who you really felt like always mirrored you and you thought it was good for a long time, but I think you're finally realizing, you have been like, I love the way it describes in the Temperance card that the liquid from the bottom is actually going up in kind of describing like the subconscious becoming conscious. I think that's what it is, or the conscious to the connection between those two. And so what I was just kind of feeling is like you're doing so much work to fill up, and this person is not doing a lot to give back. So that's the energy of just kind of someone who you're not really vibing with, because it's just not balanced. It doesn't it's not cohesive. So the next card is what the problem is between you two. All right, so I know this card very well. Now this is about 2 like sticks rubbing together to create fire. So just evidently to me, like, you have a lot of friction with this person. Like, you like maybe at times like seemed good, like, oh well, I mean, we're passionate, we can create fire, and it's like, yes, there are fun passionate relationships and friendships, but a lot of times those are there's a toxic element to it that is creating this fire, and it's not actually through like healthy ways. That's what I'm kind of getting. So I'm also thinking this card is like about like obsession. So I'm wondering if this person was like extremely jealous, like a really extreme, a very extremely jealous ex or friend. Like, ooh, I just saw this thing, like it was like a reel or something, and there was like when you meet a new friend, and it's like a girl with long hair, and she's like, when you meet a new friend, and she's like, oh, I think you would look really good with short hair. It's like, when I saw that, I literally was like, oh my God, is that the kind of friends I've had my whole life? Because I would think these friends were like suggesting things to be nice, but really it's like they're out to sabotage you. Like that's what I'm getting is like, or like an ex who, really isolated you from your loved ones. And so there was just a lot of problems here. This is a very combustible, obsessive energy. And all right, let's find out what the solution, how to fight this person without violence. Even though that would be nice sometimes, I'm sure. All right, 7 of Acorns, I know. Well, 7 of Acorns reversed. So like this is all about like moving forward and having like drive, stamina, determination. I think those are the words on the card. But when it's reversed, this is kind of saying like, literally don't let this person's drama overshadow your goals. Don't let this crap get in your way, because you have an inner voice and you have a level of patience that this person wishes they could have. If they could go to a store and buy the amount of patience you have, they would. What you have is from experience, not from what you buy. And I think that makes this person really crazy, because I feel you have such a success to you and a strength to you that I just feel like if this is somebody who you're having a problem with, that's really just sounds like they have a problem with jealousy and they wish they had what you had. So when the 6 of Acorns is reversed, this just reminds, it's 6 of Wands. This is like, don't force a situation. Kind of like, don't let your ego get in the way. Don't think that you can solve the problem and you know how to get this person back. Like I said, the universe has got it. I know it would feel really, really good to fight this person, I'm sure. This is just saying like, just don't feed into that. Allow things just to happen naturally. So that's one of my favorite things. I think I said that in the intro, is the author of Fight Club's quote that I really held on to was, the best revenge is success. And literally that's what's happening here. So, okay, let's find out what this person's weakness is. Well, duh. Sorry. The 10 of Swords is like victim, poor me. Literally a person like laying down with all the knives in their back. Like, this person is weak. This person, like, if you took one swing at them, they would go down. And it would be victim role, and it wouldn't even be worth the fight. That's no Fight Club fight. That's like, this person, just such a rush of energy came over me of victim mode. Their weakness is their mind. They do not have a strong mind like you do. You have, like I said, opposites. you have experience and knowledge, and that has caused you to not play into that. You know, you ask what happened, not why did this happen to me. Again, another reason why they're probably really jealous of you, because you have no problem facing the crap in the world. So let's find out. The final cards are how to ensure victory in this fight of no violence. No fight. No violence. All right. Well, okay. I always get stuck on the aesthetics of the cards. Okay. King of Cups. Have control over your emotions. Don't let this person egg you on. Don't let this person distract you. Don't let their drama overshadow your success. The Five of Pentacles is just like, I feel like this has caused you to be very alone. So I'm very curious if like you and your ex shared friends, or if this was your friend, or if this is a family member. That can cause a lot of imbalance. So I know you're feeling a little left out in the cold, but this, to me, for the advice of how to win this non-physical battle, is look at it from a spiritual journey. Look at it from what you're learning and who you're growing into. Because the Ten of Swords coming up is so significant here. This is saying do not fall. Don't fall into their trap. Don't fall into their actions. Just remain the strong, patient, intelligent person you are. This person has nothing but trying to just take everybody down. Like, oh, it breaks my heart. Like, I don't know if you watch the show Friends, but Rachel is a very hardworking individual who went out on her own, and she has two sisters that come and visit her and are both like, yeah, how do you do that thing of like life and pay bills and get a job? And she's like, I put in effort. And I kind of feel like it's like that. Like your siblings kind of like, why do you get all this happiness and love? And they're just jealous of everything you have. And this is just saying, like, just don't fall victim to it, because they're always going to be sending you that negative energy, whether through text messages or like stalking you on the internet, or even just like energetically. Always protect yourself with a light bubble, because there are people out there that do not have the best of our intentions. And I suspect that this person, who was a very strong person in your life, very prominent, that's the word I meant, so sorry. This person was very prominent in your life. And so just wanting to remind you, don't lose hope. Don't lose sight of what you're doing, because this person is just always going to try and rain on your parade, because I really feel like you are a happy, true, pure person. And so miserable people hate that. So I'm going to say with the Sea King Joker, this to me just connects to like that King of Cups right there, of like, just have control over your emotions, have control over yourself and where you're putting your energy, because your emotions can really, really sway you, when this is just saying actually have more control over your mind, the information that comes in and out. You know what I mean? So, pile one, I think that's what we got. Yes, this is who you would fight and how to fight them without violence. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, I would love for you to give it a little thumbs up. That lets me know that the reading resonated. And if you loved it, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my channel. This has been an absolutely amazing journey, and I just love getting to come up with my creative readings every time. So thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you in future readings. Have a great day. Bye. Hi, Val, too. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, if you could fight somebody, who would it be? Why? How do we make sure we win that fight? But of course, here in our spiritual practices, it's all about nonviolence. So, we're going to find out how to do that. Let's get started. You chose the Tragic Royalty deck. I kept calling it the Tragic Kingdom deck in my last reading, and I'm like, Tragic Kingdom is the No Doubt album. Anyways, and the 1000 album is, the 1000 cards is Vivid Kingdom. So now that I have that all squared away, let's find out who the person at hand that you would fight. So the thing that just keeps coming to me with the star energy is, well, the star is an Aquarius card. So I'm curious if this person has any major placements in Aquarius. And it's kind of got that domineering energy of like, domineering is wrong. That's what's kind of coming through. But because the star card is actually kind of about providing for. And so, but it's kind of this like in energy of somebody who's like, well, I've provided for you, so you owe me. That's what I'm kind of getting. Because, I don't know, there's just a lot about like inner voice and like truth and hope. And so it's like, I'll have to look at the next card, but it just kind of makes me feel like they've kind of tried to control you and what you've done in your life, where you've gone, how you see yourself, who you're friends with. Let's find out what the problem is, since now if this has inspired you and triggered you to know who it is. What is the problem? Wow. Okay, so the Norns are the 3 individuals who kind of control the fates of destiny, or are the ones that like carve it into the tree of life. But you have all the ability to control your own destiny. And so, wow, didn't I just say that? Yeah, this is the energy of somebody. The problem between you and this person is, I think they've just tried to control how you live your life. They kind of think that they know better about what you should do, past, present, and future. I feel like they would still criticize you on things you've done in the past. So, that can be aggravating. That can be a really exhausting energy. And to me, that would cause a lot of fights of like, how are we supposed to grow if you won't let me blow? Do you know what I mean? So the next card is, what is the solution and how to fight this person without violence? Wow. So the Magician reverse here is just kind of saying like the fear of failure will hold you back in life sometimes. And this to me is directly related to exactly what I've been saying of like, if you've been with somebody or somebody's been in your life who has been very discouraging or very critical of all the things you do and all the actions you take, this could have created a very unhealthy self-esteem, or lack of, I should say. And the 3 of Feathers, which is the 3 of Swords, like specifically with this, I love this deck because every single card is a solution to a problem, basically. And this is just saying like, do not forget your inner light. Do not forget your inner truth. You know exactly where you're going. You know exactly what stars you're following. And I feel like anytime anyone's ever tried to tell you different, it has just been like a problem, and has always made it seem like you're confrontational, or a know-it-all kind of thing. Like, you just have to let those people go, like truly release that energy, because that will help you start to heal and help you go forward. I don't think you're having any issues going forward. I think this person that you would love to fight has been very problematic with where you've been going in the future and how you look at it and your possibilities. So I asked what this person's weakness was. Oh my God, literally. I love tarot. So the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is that person who's like sulking over like two spilt cups and or three spilt cups and there's still two upright. Like, this person's weakness is they can't let go of the past. So they're the ones that are holding on to fears and failures and things that have happened to them that haven't been successful, and so they project that onto you. And I feel like they aren't even aware of the healthy relationships in front of them. They may be only focused on the drama rather than putting that amount of energy into, you know, healthy relationships. This person's very caught up in just everything that goes wrong in life. And so, yeah, that makes sense of how, like, this has become a true issue between you guys of, like, just, I think they know what's happening in life and kind of, like I said, probably very critical of your choices. But let's find out how to ensure victory over this fight with this person. All right. So, to me, the way that this is speaking, saying that we need to, the way that you will ensure victory over this fight with this person without violence is, for starters, the Knight of Pentacles is all about like efficiency and like hard work. Like, this is kind of like a slow moving energy. So this is like, just go at life one day at a time and you won't ever make a mistake because you're going to be present. And the Three of Pentacles is like, just make sure I think this person might not have had the right people around them and therefore they've made bad choices. Just ensure that you have the right people around you. And I think you do. I think you have a passion in your life. I think that is so important to take care of. I love it. Like, this is saying, like, I think if I didn't say it in the intro, the author of Fight Club, his quote that has stuck with me forever is the best revenge is success. And literally that is what these three cards say. This person is just, they aren't even aware of how their criticisms of you affect you. And that's the truth. Like, the solution here is just like, sometimes people just don't have what it takes themselves. And so when things don't work out for them, they're like, oh, I tried that before. I would suggest not doing that. It's too hard. Like, let go of the past, let go of failures, let go of that shit, and just know that every day you are making an effort and a success towards your future. So I think with the tragic royalty, I'm just very curious if this is a family member, because, royalty is kind of all like the family. So I'm wondering if it's not, it's definitely somebody close, somebody very close involved in your life. And so who maybe like even like an aunt or uncle or something like that, like somebody who's just a little bit disconnected but still very close. So all right, I think you hear me, pal, too. I'm really grateful for you and you being here and letting me channel your energy. So I hope you were able to find out how to fight this person and win without violence. So pile 2, thank you so much for being here. If you like this message, I would love for you to give it a little thumbs up. That lets me know that the reading resonated. And if you loved it, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my channel. It's been an absolute honor. Every single day I get to record a new reading and I get comments. So just thank you for participating and being here. And I hope to see you in the future readings. Have a great day. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, if you've never seen the movie Fight Club, it is about a group of people who, there's a deeper story to it, but the overarching Fight Club theme is these guys get together and beat the shit out of each other to work through crap, and they all feel better at the end of it. So, that's a very small sliver synopsis of it. But I wanted to know who you want to fight therapeutically and how to do it without violence. So let's get started. So I'll look at the Unicorn Joker at the end to see the connection to the reading. So the first card is who this person at hand is that you want to fight. I'm curious, this justice card usually does kind of have to do with like justice and the legal system. So the first thing that kind of came up to me was like, one thought is like a boss, somebody who kind of like lays down the law, but bigger, it's kind of somebody who has enforced a rule in your life. Like maybe it was a judge that you aren't happy with the outcome of the case, kind of thing. Somebody who thought that they were doing something right that wasn't, in your view, right. And you have a lot there, probably. I want to look at the next card of what the problem is, because I'm excited to find out more about this. Yeah, you're somebody, or you could just be in the middle of a lawsuit with somebody. So whoever you're having a lawsuit with, you know what I mean? Wow. Okay, so the problem, literally, I love these readings. So this is Thorisaz. It is a card all about, basically it represents Thor's hammer, but it's really, I love that these are together. It's to smash out ignorance, and it's literally fighting for truth, fighting for freedom. So this is somebody who you do not agree with. There's some sort of legal thing that happened, some sort of divorce, a custody battle, whoever you are having that sort of drama with, because this is all about drama. And especially when it's saying like there's two sides of every story, that's really making me think of like in a courtroom, you know, everybody gets to speak their side, whether, you know, the person's lying or not. So yeah, the problem right now is just that you're dealing with somebody who is very small-minded, very ignorant, causing a lot of problems. So whether it's the judge themselves, a lawyer, somebody you're in a lawsuit with, or just somebody, yeah, you're having a lot of unnecessary drama with, and you aren't agreeing with the way they think things should be. So you're kind of at this fight with what you believe is right and what they believe is right. So the next cards are, what is the solution? How do you fight this person without violence? Whoa. So with the Traveler being the first advice, this is just saying it's time to move on. It's time to kind of start a new adventure. Whatever is happening here is kind of ending a huge cycle in your life. And I just did a reading on what cycle is ending in your life. I would really suggest you check that out after this one. But this is just saying like, yeah, a cycle is ending and you're kind of starting a whole new one. And I think that's going to drive this person crazy, because they probably don't want you to move on. I feel like whatever legal battle or crap has been going on has literally been to keep you from moving on in your life. Like they keep bringing up problems. They keep trying to make it something it's not, and you just kind of want to move on. And this just says like the best way to do that is like set goals, get some ideas, and kind of like work out an actual like timeline, a plan, an escape route, literally. Like sometimes we just need to get away a little further than we can at the moment, or further than we are at the moment. This is just all about like transforming yourself. Like it wants you to start a whole new life. It wants you to start new. It wants you to transition. It wants you to really come into who you are at your best. Because whatever, like the transformation card, this is the death card. Like, this is literally about a cycle ending. So I'm just very, very curious what you have been involved with that, yeah, I feel it. I feel it. Whatever you are dealing with this person, it's kind of like, oh, we can just go back and settle this with like some fighting. And like, that's probably what's so frustrating is you would do that, but it's a legal thing. It is not something that you can do that to solve the problem. And so it's just like, hey, don't get distracted with this right now. Let's start looking towards the future. Let's start planning new. Let's start coming up with a sit down. Like, this was really hard for me to do, what I'm about to say, when I was in a really bad place in my life. But I had a friend suggest to me, like, sit down and imagine your perfect day. What would that look like? Now, what would you have to do differently about your life to get there? Sometimes it's changed literally everything, and sometimes it's just a few minor adjustments. But it's about figuring out where you want to go in the future. And this is the way if I hadn't said it in the intro, Chuck Palahniuk's quote that has stuck with me is that the best revenge is success. And that is literally what this is saying. Because this whole battle, when these cards are coming up, it's saying that actually it's going to go in your favor, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be drama free. Oh, you have a big change coming up. So, I asked what this person's weakness was. Maybe to kind of help you with the drama mama. So this is the Queen of Cups reversed. I read them like with the black and white. So this is reversed. So they are emotionally insecure. They're codependent. This person that's probably why they're trying to pull you back in, because whatever you're fighting for to get away from them, I'm assuming, is just driving them insane, because they don't have that strength. They don't have that self-respect. Oh, what did I just hear? There's no self-respect without self-discipline. And this person has no self-discipline. I think that's something you've been working on. That's really something you've been like challenging yourself to do more. But you probably have a way better sense of control over yourself and your life than this person does. They could literally be an alcoholic, have some sort of substance issue. Like, this person is just, they are not strong like you. And so that's why they're not going to win the fight, because there's no strength in them. And so, yeah, their fight is trying to come out with words, and it's like, yours is going to come out through actions, not physical violence, but you're going to move on, and you're going to become the person and transform into who you've always wanted to be. It is unnecessary drama. It will pass. It will be over. But this is just saying, like, this person is not strong, so don't worry. So the next cards are how to ensure victory in this fight. Yeah, I think I just said that. Like, so to ensure your victory over this without violence is saying, like, first of all, King of Pentacles is, again, control. Like, you have a control over yourself that this person wishes they could have. I have a really strong sense that they're kind of out of control. And so the way to win is by having control over your emotions and yourself, and kind of like, even though this isn't about emotions, when you kind of know where you're going, you allow the right amount of emotions in. And so the Queen of Swords, which is one of my favorite cards, is just like mental clarity. Like, so stay clear-minded, stay driven, stay focused, know what your path is, and constantly be on the journey of transformation. And you will one day completely forget about this. I love that you got the 10 of Cups, because it's like a happy family card. So like, whatever legal crap is going on with this person, look, they are a hot mess, if you know what I mean. They really are. And this is just kind of ensuring, like, and promising you, like, look, you got it. You have something this person doesn't, and it's mental clarity. It's a total control over your finances and your life and your home, like your job. Like, this person wishes they were you. And so just focus on the success you have. You have nothing but abundance around you, and I'm just so happy for you. What makes me think of with the unicorn joker, unicorn joker is literally that, like, you're special. You are you have something like a unicorn. You are kind of one of a kind. Like, I feel like this person's been kind of trying to snuff out your light, kind of like a poacher who's trying to cut off a unicorn's horn, like that. They are trying to take your power, and that is not going to happen. No. Look at Phoebe. She is strong. She is ready to serve justice and freedom, and you're breaking free from this codependent, emotionally insecure individual who just causes drama, is trying to take your light, trying to take everything from you. You are about to complete, like, these cards here, literally, the Traveler, which is the Fool, Death card, transformation, like 10 of Cups, Page of Crystals, like, literally, this is like the prettiest setup, and this is the saddest. I do not envy this person. I am so happy for you. You are in a very, very tough time right now, but please trust you have magic on your side. Trust that you have unicorns on your side, and that you, the universe is really looking out for you. Have faith, because the best way to succeed in these sort of situations is to believe you're going to. So I'm going to leave it at that, pile 3. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you were able to find something that resonated, and if you did, I would love for you to give it a little thumbs up. And if you loved it, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my channel. It has been an absolute honor to be on this journey, and just I hope to see you in future readings. Have a great day. Bye.